Blackwood Coffee and Chocolate is a food and beverage company that sells a variety of Western food, pastry, and drinks. It was established on 20 September 2012 by Mr. Loh Kok Yew with qualification in Bachelor of Food Service Technology from Management and Science University. The idea to start the business was when he hardly found any cafe that served equally good food, coffee, and pastry. Usually, when it comes to cafe, their specialty would focus on pastry. However, in Blackwood, they are determined to produce and serve appetizing food, coffee, and pastry. For this group project, we have chosen Blackwood Coffee and Arau outlets, or to be exact, which is located at Complex Arau 02600 Perlis. And these are some of the products that this cafe serves.
Hi, my name is Puteri Sofia Nabila Haris, and here is the level of management in Blackwood Coffee and Chocolate Arau, where the founder of this cafe is Mr. Loh Kok Yew. The top level of management is the CEO, Mr. David. The middle level of management is the Arau branch manager, Ms. Rasila Rahim. The lower level of management, which are 2 baristas, which are Mr. Said and Ms. Asmida, and 3 kitchen crew, Ms. Afika, Mr. Amirul Hisham, and Ms. Susilawani. As a Chief Executive Officer of a company, Mr. David must have leadership skills to be able to effectively manage the company and be capable of making good decisions. Next, a manager, Ms. Rasila Rahim, must have excellent communication skills to increase productivity and maintain strong working relationships. She also must be able to prioritize and juggle multiple responsibilities to ensure everything is done in compliance with the cafe's needs. Meanwhile, the barista must work well together with each other, be organized, and have strong cooperation skills. They must be careful to divide their responsibilities because they must take orders, prepare, decorate, and serve food and drinks to customers. Lastly, the kitchen crew must be strong mentally and physically to prepare the dishes and stay focused on completing the orders despite facing various challenges. Also, they must be able to work cleanly and tidily to avoid contaminating the customers' meals. Now for the planning part, the vision of Blackwood Coffee and Chocolate Arau is they want to achieve a balanced lifestyle leads to a good life. When it comes to cafe, perfect balance between mouth-watering food and inspirational environment that synergy to create an awesome cafe experience. It is Blackwood's way. For the mission, Blackwood Coffee and Chocolate Arau want their food to taste good and do customers good. They challenge the idea of cafe food being served in fine dining presentation that is healthy and great in value. That's why they make their food the old-fashioned way, which they cook them only when it is being ordered. They do this by using only the highest quality and freshest ingredients. The recipe had been tested and improved many times to achieve between great taste and good for health.
I will continue about standing plan and single-use plan of Blackwood Coffee and Chocolate Arau. In standing plan, we have procedure, policy, and rules. Blackwood Coffee and Chocolate Arau make a cleaning for 2 times in a day, and they will restock once a week as their procedures. There are 4 policies in Blackwood Coffee and Chocolate Arau, which they are committed to only use the finest, freshest ingredients. They are committed to supply halal food products. They are committed to provide clean environment. And lastly, the kitchen crew must take a good care of their hygiene, such as keep their nails short and always wearing the head nets while working in the kitchen to maintain a healthy and hygienic environment. Blackwood Coffee and Chocolate Arau also has 5 rules. First, the employees must wear the required uniforms. Second, they must wear masks at all times. Third, they must get typhoid vaccinated. Fourth, they must acknowledge the food menu. And lastly, all of employees must follow shift time. Next is single-use plan. There are 3 types of single-use plan, which are program, project, and budget. Blackwood Coffee and Chocolate Arau make new promotion or limited time special menu as their program. For project, Blackwood Coffee and Chocolate Arau has made renovation of their kitchen and dining area. Lastly, for the budget, managers of Blackwood Coffee and Chocolate Arau, which is Puan Rasila Rahim, estimate that they use 50,000 ringgit for the renovation of the cafe.
Thanks Aisha for the explanation. Now I will continue with the type of departmentalization for Blackwood Coffee and Chocolate Arau. First, the Blackwood Coffee and Chocolate is a geographic structure. There are 9 outlets in North Malaysia, which are in Perlis, Kedah and Pulau Pinang. In Perlis, we have branches at Arau and Kanga. Meanwhile, in Kedah, we have branches at Sungai Petani, Changlun, Jitra, Al-Ustaz, Kulim and Amanjaya. In Pulau Pinang, there is only one branch, which is at Simpang Empat. So, one manager will be placed at one branch to handle the branch accompanied with a few employees. This can make the business flow efficiently as the manager will be handle one specific branch in one time. Next, Blackwood Coffee and Chocolate is a flat structure because one manager only handle a small group of employees, which make the manager easy to handle. The manager and employees also can directly communicate if have any issues or problem. This can guarantee better control and better response from the team. The employees also will be involved in making decisions. Furthermore, the bond between the manager and employees will be stronger as they always rely to each other like a family.
Decision making. A decision making process is a sequence of actions that people take to choose the best alternative of action for solving issues or attaining what their company needs. There are 2 types of decision making, which is program and non-program. So in the program decision making, the staff of Blackwood Coffee and Chocolate Arau is required to clean up the cafe twice a day according to the procedure as in opening and closing session. So as a cafe employees, they must be serious about maintaining the cleanliness of the cafe. So the second type of decision making, which is a non-program, which is also known as a one-time decision where it only occurs for a certain period. For Blackwood Coffee and Chocolate Arau, is they need to follow a standard operation or procedure SOP, where the company needed to decide to follow the government's regulation to prevent a spreading of COVID-19. Next is motivation. So Blackwood Coffee and Chocolate Arau motivate its employee according to HASPAT 2 factors theory that was proposed by Frederick HASPAT in 1959. The 2 factors theory is a concept in motivation factors and hygiene factors. So for hygiene factors, there are job factors that are required for workplace motivation. So this includes salary, job security, supervision, fringe benefit, working condition, and interpersonal relationship. So for the salary, the manager of Blackwood Coffee and Chocolate Arau makes the payment for the worker fairly. They offer 1,500 basic salary for full-time workers, while the part-time worker, they will earn 7 ringgit per hour. Then, for the motivational factors is in fulfilling the employees' psychological needs. These factors include recognition, achievement, the possibility of growth, environment, responsibility, and work itself. They will give recognition to the employee by making a formal ceremony to recognize employees who exhibit a good behavior throughout the year.
Hello and good day, my name is HANNA and I will discuss about leading in management applied by Blackwood Coffee and Chocolate Arau Cafe. The meaning of leading is the ability to lead, guide or influence other people or organization by having a clear vision, communicating with team members, organizing an effective and efficient manner, and inspiring subordinates to achieve the organization's goal. Leading is one of the management core functions that include communicating and motivating employees for efficient output. Thus, an effective leadership helps an organization to minimize deficiency, and the organization's goal can be achieved flourishingly. The theory of leadership Blackwood Coffee and Chocolate Arau Cafe practiced is contingency theories. Percy Blanchard life cycle theory, which is a leadership model that demonstrates how leaders should modify their style of leadership in response to the growing desire for success, knowledge, skills, and willingness to take responsibility of their employees. Next, we will move on to 4 phases of leadership style under this theory. Number 1, first phase, which is telling or directing. The manager will explain what, how, when, and which employee are required to complete the task, and indeed, the manager will initiate decision making. Second phase, telling or coaching. The manager, also referred as the leader, continues to provide significant direction whilst still trying to hear employees' thoughts about choices, suggestions, and feedback. The manager restrains control over decision making. Third phase, participating or supporting. Employees have greater ability and achievement motivation, and they are actively pursuing greater responsibilities. Leaders show appreciation, listen attentively, and assist conflict. Decision-making and problem-solving authority moves from the leader to the employees. Fourth phase, delegating. Employees no longer require managerial direction, and managers can reduce the amount of encouragement and guidance they provide. The decision-making process is entirely delegated to the employee.
Hi, my name is Puteri Sofea Nabiha Haris, and now I will explain controlling, which is the last part of the function of management. We have 3 types of controlling, which are feed-forward, concurrent, and feedback control. Feed-forward controls involve identifying and preventing problems in an organization before they occur. For example, every Blackwood Coffee and Chocolate branch manager, including Blackwood Arau, which is Ms. Rasila, will be taught about preventive maintenance programs by experts hired by headquarters. This system is used to prevent the breakdown of any equipment or machine like a chiller and POS system, and allows her to ensure that the equipment does not fail when needed. Concurrent control is the process of adjusting or correcting ongoing activities. In Blackwood Arau Cafe, whenever problems occur in the kitchen, such as when the blender is not working, they need to quickly change the blender on the spot to use it to make beverage. If they are having problem with the point of sale system or credit card machine, the manager of Blackwood Coffee and Chocolate, Ms. Rasila, will quickly fix the system so that business activities can continue as usual. Last is feedback control. Feedback control is the problem that is fixed after getting feedback. At Blackwood Arau Cafe, they can obtain feedback from customers on their satisfaction with the restaurant services. For example, when customers complain about poor services, the manager of Blackwood Arau, Ms. Rasila, can take note and make sure her employees will not repeat the behavior or action. By that, Ms. Rasila can upgrade the cafe services and control the Blackwood Coffee and Chocolate Arau branch more stable.
Blackwood Coffee and Chocolate Arau Company use 6 management components of planning, organizing, locus of decision making, motivation, leading, and controlling. As a result, the Blackwood Coffee and Chocolate Arau Company flourished into a systematic organization with team members efficiently working towards a common goal. To summarize, fruitful management in an organization is not an easy process which can be achieved in a day or 2. However, through team spirits and each member efforts in accomplishing their duties daily, the organization can ensure that the existing company will continue in the long run and can develop an efficient process to create a growing and successful organization.